Channels I recommend from A to maybe B. We'll see where we get.
Oh, well, people need to be awake and people need to be awake and they need to be aware.
Hey everyone. I have so this is I have a blog that I almost never I don't really write blog posts, but I do use it for lists. Where it would make, it doesn't really make too much sense to do a video about this. But I thought I would go through the list, one of the more recent posts that is like a list of channels I recommend. And I'm going to go up to, I'm probably going to get to about C or D. We'll see where we get. Keep it under the 15-minute mark. Alright, so here's an updated list. Oh, I had put up a list a while ago, which was like 2 years ago, 2017-ish. And a lot of those channels, like, they're not up anymore. The style has changed. Like, some of them got chased off YouTube. A lot of them, like, went alt-right, or some of them got off politics. So, anyway, I just decided to put together a new list. And the old list was ordered by, like, I think it was like men, groups of women, men alone, women alone. Anyway, this one I just put up alphabetical. So, alright. First channel, X17 Apologetics. That's an anti-jihadi channel done by David Wood. Very good channel. Actual Justice Warrior. That's a guy named Sean. That's miscellaneous topics like most channels. Mostly stuff in the news, sometimes topical. My channel, as you're probably aware, it's mostly, I probably do a lot of topics and less news, but I do occasionally do news. Andy Ngo, he covers a lot of stuff from Portland, like Portland Antifa. I think he occasionally travels to maybe like Seattle, San Francisco, probably sticks with the left coast. He's pretty well known. He's gotten on the news and stuff. Arutz Sheva has a YouTube channel, and they are an Israeli news source. And they have stuff. They have a site in English, and I recently discovered that they also have a YouTube channel. So it's pretty good. They're very right leaning. They're considered one of the better sources of like Jewish news, and they'll cover things that are not necessarily Jewish, but a lot of their stuff is Jewish. Awareness with Chris, that's a black guy who does car videos where he just kind of talks about his opinions. So it's like his opinions on the news, or I guess kind of a typical channel, the kind of channels that normally come from Facebook. Like Facebook seems to be a lot of people who do car videos. Billy Bong, he hasn't been putting out as much content. But one thing that's great about his channel, he's not really a political channel, but he does do videos about Linda Sarsour. And he'll occasionally, like, he's done videos about local news. So, but if you ask him, he'll be like, I'm not a political person. So, and he told me one time he does not ever vote. So, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, actually. Oh, too bad I already did. I don't think it's like a secret because he always says I'm not a political person. Blue Collar Logic, so that's two guys that both make videos on the same channel, and they're basically like both like they paint or something for a living. I guess the one guy's actually retired, but they make videos just talking about politics, but a lot of times they'll tie it into being blue collar. But you don't really have to be blue collar to get something out of their channel. Let's see. Chandler Crump. So he's 14-year-old black kid who lives in the Atlanta area, and he has a very pro-Trump channel. Let's see. His stuff is pretty polished. His brother has a channel too, but I didn't put him in here. His brother and him both actually follow me, so full disclosure. But yeah, he's got a good channel. He puts out I guess miscellaneous content like a lot of the other channels. Chypre d'Or. She is a black woman who lives in California, maybe the LA area. Don't quote me on it. And she yells a lot and curses. But she'll say stuff like, I'm not a black, or I'm not a white conservative, which is normal. She's very into anti-immigrant stuff. But she does talk about other policies. Like, she complains about Gavin, the governor of California. Don't we all? Well, I don't live in California, but boy. Conservatarian curator. He puts out a lot of content. I would say his channel, it's like Tim Pool, but conservative libertarian, instead of like the constant comments about like being pro-Yang and other stuff. Not quite the same following, but like he puts articles on the screen. Mostly, yeah, he's basically news. Conservative in New York, Christopher Wright. That is a black guy from Brooklyn who he does walk and talks, and then he also covers a lot of events in the New York City area. So, Conservative Mama, she occasionally does live streams where she actually talks, but most of her stuff are like really funny skits. And I don't know if she puts everything on YouTube. She's mainly a Facebooker because that's where she's been able to flourish more. Conservative twins are two twins. I guess they actually started, their name is the Hodge twins. They started with another, I found their other channel at one point. What is their names? Keith and Kevin, I think. And their main channel, their original channel is like a few million, but it's like weights and stuff and fitness type stuff. But now they also do like conservative reactionary, and they've been guests on the Crowder Show quite a few times, so lucky them. Daily Caller, that's more of a major channel. They cover news. Tucker Carlson actually owns Daily Caller. So they have like an actual site, and then I watch the YouTube channel sometimes. In particular, I really like Anders Hagstrom, but I haven't been seeing him as much lately. So I don't know. David the Gay Republican, that gay guy who makes car videos. A lot of car videos are very popular. So he makes car videos. He also, I think he's done one or two videos like at home, but usually not. He's very pro-Trump, you know. Good stuff. Don't Walk, Run. That's actually Don't Walk, Run Productions. That's a guy named Andrew. He lives in Brooklyn. And so once in a while he covers New York City stuff. Like he did a video on the turnstile jumping, but he does a lot of videos on AOC, and that's an AOC video was how he basically got on the scene. He had a channel for over a year. I think his channel was around for like a year and a half. And he was like under 1,000 for at least the first year. And then I literally saw it on a Friday afternoon right before Shabbos. I saw his video and then I was like, I'm gonna sub to his channel. I'll do it later. I went back Sunday night. When I found his channel, he had like, I don't know, 500 subscribers or something like that. When I went back, he already had like 5,000. I don't know. He already had like, he had jumped up quite a bit. And then he just flourished and basically went from under 1,000 to over 100,000 in like maybe a month, 2 months. He very, very fast. So Free to Speak doesn't do as many videos anymore, but she's got good stuff. That's a female. I think she's prior service military. She lives somewhere in the middle of nowhere. I don't know, maybe Alaska or something. It was very cold this winter, and she did a video about how cold it was. Where she was. GOP, you have to sub to the GOP channel, because when they do like commercials roasting the Democrat Party, they go out on that channel and they're very funny. So a couple of them have been featured on like the regular YouTube channels. Are like, oh, you got to see this. So eventually, right away, I subbed. GOP War Room, they put clips from like what the left is doing on that channel. So like really, really, they're not like reactionary, no commentary. It's just like the left has like a cringy clip from like CNN or MSNBS or whatever, and they'll put it on there. And so instead of actually watching the left, you can find out when the left is doing really crazy stuff by subscribing to the GOP War Room. Now we're going to talk about Hunter Avallone. Hunter Avallone, what is he? He's like, I think he was homeschooled when he was young. Because he has a few videos about homeschooling, and he's a Christian. I think he's like 22 now or something like that. I think he started his channel when he was like high school aged. But anyway, very, very funny. Like, he does these skits where he plays both parts, and he's both like liberal dad and like the liberal kid and like the dad of the liberal kid. So he'll do that, and he also goes out and he goes to stuff. So I'm gonna break off from this video and we'll pick up with the next video. We'll start with Jay because we're at a nice breaking point.
People need to be awake and they need to be awake and they need to be aware. They need to stand up against the stuff. People need to be awake. People need to be awake and they need to be aware. They need to stand up against this stuff.
And it's so politically engaged. And it's so politically engaged.